A wall of terror. This is how I felt in 2015 when I got that email from Write the Docs saying that my talk proposal had been accepted. Sure, I was excited too, but my brain kept going back to this wall of terror concept. This is what it looks like from the stage of Write the Docs. I anonymized it a little bit for the purple badge folks. Not only did I have to develop my talk entirely from the very abstract I had written, but I also had to somehow give the talk with very little public experience. Luckily, I'm a technical communicator, so I asked my boss what to do. She said, try going to Toastmasters. How many of you have heard of Toastmasters? And how many of you have an idea of what it is? How many of you are actually Toastmasters? Yay. This is not Toastmasters. This is Toastmasters. This is my club in Dundee, Newburgh, Oregon. This is Toastmasters. Okay, not really this. I put this slide in for Mo and Mike because they love Tina the Tech Writer. Toastmasters is an international nonprofit organization dedicated to helping people learn public speaking and leadership skills. After my boss suggested it, I went online and found a club that meets 10 minutes from my house. And I showed up there very nervous about how it would go, but hopeful that they could help me practice my talk in the 2 months that I had left before Write the Docs. It did that, and I stayed on and did another Write the Docs talk the next year, and I came out of my shell bit by bit and also was able to learn to work on my shyness and my tendency to avoid unfamiliar social situations like the plague. And I continue to attend weekly to this day and work on my presentation and leadership skills and my networking skills. At each club meeting, there's a similar format. The Toastmaster of the day conducts the meeting and calls up speakers for their practiced planned speeches and passes the podium to others who have roles in the meeting. This includes the topics master, who runs the impromptu 1 to 2 minute speaking section of the meeting, and we have evaluators who evaluate the scheduled speakers, and we also have a grammarian who looks at language, and a timer who tells everyone how they did on timing. This is a similar format at most Toastmaster clubs. Feedback is a major part of Toastmasters, and we've made it into an art form. We focus on giving feedback that's centered on constructive, positive feedbacks. We comment on what we notice and hear by the speaker, and also how the speaker can improve. Feedback is the best part of Toastmasters to me because it gives me a place where I feel safe to work on my skills. Now, I heard the cats play well here, so I thought I'd try pugs. And if this sounds like something that you'd be interested in, there's more to it, things like competitions, but the other thing that you should know is that most Toastmasters clubs welcome guests. You don't have to bring anything, you're not obligated to speak, and there's no cost to visit. We do recommend that you contact the people on the website with the contact info and let them know that you're coming. I would love one day to see Write the Docs have its own Toastmasters club. You can have online clubs these days. This would really help us with Eric's call to action to evangelize the docs as speakers. And if this sounds like something you'd like to do, but you're afraid of your own wall of terror, try Toastmasters.